Good morning and welcome to ONNtv Mornings with Luann and Tim.
Good mama.
It's Friday.
Luann's mouth doesn't work because she's so sick, honey. You
know what? It's a cold, right? Everybody gets colds.
Everybody, not me. Stay away.
Not yet.
Now we have somebody from Public Health here today, and you have to make sure, again, like I told you yesterday, you do not cough into your hand, you cough into your sleeve.
But then you get lipstick all over yourself. You look like a moron.
I'd rather have you covered in lipstick than me covered in germs, frankly.
Not me. I wouldn't care.
I know.
Doesn't matter. I gotta wash this stuff.
Yeah.
Yes. You know what? I have to tell you something.
Okay, good.
Did you see this? I was so incensed yesterday. So Melania Trump decides she's gonna go.
The jacket?
The jacket! She's gonna go and visit one of the where the children are being held, kept, taken care of in Texas at one of the facilities, since her husband has decided that kids can now stay with their parents. She gets on the plane and emblazoned on the back of her jacket, "I don't care, do you?" I flipped out. You know what? If she knew that was on there, shame on her. And if she didn't know, then somebody who put that on her should not have a job today.
Luann has spoken.
So there.
I read an article that said about the jacket. There was her spokesperson, the spokesperson for the First Lady, said it's just a jacket, it's just fashion, and it has nothing to do with. Did we just actually go away like that? Did we just disappear for a moment? I don't think. I felt like
I don't hear anything in my ears, so we're just going to keep talking.
We're just going to pretend that everything is okay. Yeah. Anyway, we're back. If we went away, so anyway, so the jacket. The spokesperson says it was nothing. It was not a statement. It's just a jacket, and it's just a fashion thing.
You know what?
But
not good enough.
No. And then after this comes out, then comes the president saying Melania's jacket. It's about the fake news, and it's about the bad press coverage I'm getting, and all the fake news about the children. And so that's what we don't care. Do you about the?
You know what?
Now they're trying. So he's trying to cover up for her. What was it? Just a jacket? If it was, as you say, if it was just a jacket and not a statement, then it was a really bad fashion.
You know what?
choice.
Like I said, if she didn't realize that she had that coat
and
on,
going to see the refugee
the
children,
poor babies, like there are 9-month-old babies in there, and she convinced Donald. You know, because she was so upset about this, you got to keep the families together. She's going to go and say, "Look at what I did for you, peasants." And then she wears this jacket.
Yes.
I can't. You know what? Stay home. Don't come and visit me anymore. I cannot. Like seriously.
Okay.
I don't understand how one of her handlers, did not say, "Excuse me." Not a good idea.
Not a good idea.
Like seriously, how come somebody did not say to her, "That's not going to work today"?
I don't know why that didn't happen, but I'll ask. I'll make a call. And
get on that, will you?
Now the children are still arriving in New York City, though, and the mayor of New York and the governor of New York. Cuomo's the governor. I forget whether the mayor is Bloom. No, who's the mayor? I forget. Anyway, they're freaking out because they didn't even know that these refugee children were being flown up to New York and placed into these centers, unbeknownst to the different levels of government in the state of New York.
But they're being very well taken care of, right? That's the big argument. Well, they're separated from their families,
now it's
but
turning
they're
into
taken
like
care of.
Boko Haram, because they're saying, "Where are the girls?" You see all the boys in these camps, and they're allowing some people. Where are the girls? You haven't seen any of the girls' camps. No, so where are the girls? Which is, remember, like Boko Haram, where are the girls?
They were kidnapped.
They were a terrorist organization, and they took children away from people.
Oh my goodness! So officials in a city that they're sending children to
had no
don't
idea
even
the
know.
children were not only arriving, were already there, and now still arriving. And I saw Michael Moore posted on Twitter, the filmmaker,
Yes.
Michael Moore, the documentarian, the political, Anyway, he posted that His crews were already at LaGuardia Airport awaiting arrival. There was another plane coming in of 200 and something more kids. And he said, so we're going down and we're going to document this, and protesters, we need you down here to show up at the airport.
You know what? Good for him. More people like that needed. Absolutely.
Unreal, man.
But you know what? How can you say that you're taking good care of these kids? Because you're giving them food and giving them those foil blankets to lay down under. Then you send them to a center that people who are in charge don't even know you're coming. How is that taking care of the children? How is it?
I don't know, Luann. I don't know.
Okay, I'm going to get off that now.
Well, because now you've ruined my Friday morning. It was sunny and the dogs were
I can bring you up, I can bring you down.
No, you're like the puppet master of my emotions, and I'm... Let's talk puppies. Today
Let's talk puppies.
Maybe not puppies. Who knows what the Humane Society will bring in today. Maybe it'll be a snake or a rabbit. I had a rabbit once.
Did you?
I had a pet rabbit. His name was Bunny.
Bunny?
No, not Bunny. Bunny. You had to say like Bunny. Yeah.
That's pretty creative
His name
of you.
was Bunny. He was a little dwarf rabbit, and he had a trick. He could jump in the air, spin around 3 times, and poop at the same time. And it would brrrr, and they'd fly around. I'm not kidding. Fly around the apartment. Yeah.
What?
Bunny.
Bunny.
Yeah.
So why did he? Was that good for his?
He was excited. He jumped in the. He could literally.
He was happy he was going to have a poop, so he just jumped up and.
Yeah, and I learned how to do that too.
Excellent. Wow. Remind me never to invite you for dinner. Okay. Ever. Never. He's not coming to my house.
No. So I don't know what kind of animals the Humane Society is going to bring in today, but
I hope it's not a bunny that poops like a crazy thing. Seriously, like we have white walls. I'm just saying.
And
what else is happening?
Well, I have somebody that's a friend of mine. Her name is Jenn Flood.
You have a friend?
I have.
He has a friend.
Yes, every month money comes out of my account and goes into her account, and so
she's my friend.
Hangs around with me. Now her name is Jenn Flood, and Jenn is with Algoma Public Health, but she's also involved in the Kids Summer Safety Festival that's this weekend.
Oh, awesome.
It's this Sunday at the Roberta Bondar Pavilion from noon until 3, I think. But anyway, we're going to talk a little bit about built environments. That might be a term that people aren't familiar with, and I want you to learn a little bit more about that because I think it's a pretty cool thing. And then about summer safety for kids.
Awesome.
Well, for all families, really. For families in general, but specifically for kids. So.
Awesome. That sounds like it's going to be a really interesting show.
It always
Fingers crossed for a pooping bunny.
We'll be back with more Luann and Tim and Pooping Bunnies. Mornings with Luann and Tim on TV. We'll see you in a minute. So this is my favorite guest. No offense to my other guests, but this is my favorite, Cindy Ross from the Humane Society. Happy Friday, Cindy.
Thank you. Same to you.
No, I do like you as a guest because you always bring this wonderful energy into our studio. And not only do you bring a wonderful energy, you bring wonderful little creatures full of love into our studio.
They're gonna fall asleep.
And this is the first time we've had kittens from the Humane Society. Cindy, when were these kittens born?
Probably near the beginning of May. They arrived at the shelter at about 3 to 4 weeks of age with their mom.
Oh, so they weren't born in captivity. They arrived with their mother.
They arrived with their mom.
And their mother, you said, was a street cat?
Yes,
So
she
just
was.
living in the wild.
Yep.
And she had the babies and somebody found her, I guess, probably,
Yep,
right? With
and,
her
I believe
5, you say?
There was 5. There's 2 other siblings to this group.
So you brought them about around May, you figure, and now they are finally, today is the magical day.
Yes.
They're ready for adoption?
Today is the magical day, so we thought we would bring them here so people could see them.
They're totally
And now they're falling asleep.
inside their little... Hey guys, do. Oh, look at that.
That's it, so people can see
Oh,
it.
can you see, Erin? Can you get a shot inside the actual basket?
Oh.
Here they go. Oh, she's climbing on top of each other. Look at, hi kitty. Can I take one out?
Sure.
Oh, can you come out on the table? Maybe put her on the table and see what she does. Is it she or he?
They're all boys.
They're all boys.
All boys.
Hi, buddy. How you doing?
brothers.
Look at this little fella. Oh, what's that?
There we go.
They're a little bit scared because it's very bright in here.
Yeah.
And this is a strange environment. And they are only 8 weeks old.
Yeah, and they were having a very rambunctious play before we got here.
Oh, when they were playing in the
other
green room and stuff?
Yes,
they were playing on the floor in the green room.
Yeah, they were.
And they all have these beautiful sort of gray-blue eyes.
Yeah.
And the coloring, look at, oh my goodness. What's your name going to be? Who wants to name this kitty?
None of them have names yet.
Who wants to name a kitty? You can adopt. How much does it cost to adopt a kitty?
It is $90 to adopt a kitten.
And what do you get for the $90 besides the kitty? Does it come with some shots?
Yes, they have their first shots, their first deworming, and a flea treatment.
Oh, they got all that?
And yes, and then $60 of that will go towards their spay or neuter when you get them fixed.
Oh, wait a minute. The $90 includes the spay and neutering?
Part of it.
Oh,
it's going to cost you more than $60 to have
Right.
them fixed.
What is it for a spay neuter now?
For a neuter,
You're going to have to get neutered, mister, because we don't want any more. Well, I don't want to hurt your feelings and scare you, but here's the deal. There's too many of you guys running around in the wild without proper care, so we have to reduce the population, and that's why we're going to have you fixed.
Yes,
So,
absolutely.
do you know what the bill is for a vet bill for neutering now?
You're probably looking at least $200.
$200
for a neuter
but
for a
60
cat.
of it goes towards that,
Yeah.
you say?
Yeah.
So you spend $90 and you get the kitty and you get all the shots, and then you get $60 towards it being spayed or neutered. And you have 5 of these from one family. You were mentioning that the mother had this great maternal instinct.
She does. She's an incredible mom, and we're working really hard to get her adjusted to being around people, because we'd really like to find her a home after all of her hard work. She raised 5 of her own.
Yes.
And during that time, 2 other stray orphaned kittens that were approximately 3 to 4 weeks old came in, and she took them on as well and raised them.
Isn't that amazing? Oh,
Yeah.
Be careful, I don't want you to go near the edge and fall off our nice, beautiful table. So what about the mother now? What kind of shape is she in? Is she ready for adoption too, or did you want to keep...
She's not quite ready yet. She's gonna, once these guys are, she's
Is she still feeding them?
feeding 3 more right now.
Holy smokes! Your mommy is so generous. She's
amazing.
She's feeding the whole neighborhood.
Yeah, and we need more time with her to get her ready for adoption.
Oh, because she was in the wild. Do you see a little more acclimatization to...
Yeah, she's getting good. I mean, she's come a long way since she came in, and so we figured these last 3 that she took on, by the time she's done with those, she should be ready for adoption, and we can get her spayed and find her a good home.
Okay, so we're going to go to a commercial, Cindy, and when we come back, we're going to talk a little bit more about what the other pets that you have available for adoption at the Humane Society, and some updates on what's going on there, and about how people can get involved by volunteering their time, and how they can make donations as well.
Sure.
So we're going to come back right after this. Oh, look, he sees the orange. Oh, here he goes. Here he goes. We'll be right back with more kitty cats and love and fun, and Cindy Ross and the Humane Society right after this. Our Mornings with Luann and Tim. Stay with us. Oh my goodness. We're having all kinds of interesting technical. You should have heard just her theme song. I think it's like.
It's Friday.
I think everything's got a cold. Luann, you have infected our computer system with your virus. Stay home.
You mentioned coughing and to wash your hands.
Yes. Always wash your hands.
That's right.
Well, the thing was, though, she coughed into her hand, and then she turned back and put her hand on the table, and I said, you just coughed into your hand? She said, yes, but I'm going to go put sanitizer on after I leave here. And I said, but in the meantime, you've touched the table. So until you can get to wash your hands. But yes, wash your hands and use hand sanitizer. And when you wash your hands, by the way, I learned this from Jonathan Bouma, from Algoma Public Health. I did not realize a big part of getting rid of those germs is the friction.
Yep.
It's the friction, it's the rubbing that helps break down those germs.
And getting into all the
and
areas.
under your fingernails. Make sure you wash under your... Germs live under your fingernails like crazy. I learned all that and you should also sing happy birthday twice. That's how long you should wash your hands for. Happy birthday to you. That's how long wash your hands for. Did you know that, Aaron? There you go. So anyway, see all the things you can learn when you hang out with people from Algoma Public Health, and not just you guys, at the Kids Summer Safety Festival. Listen to this. Algoma Model Engineering Society.
Yeah.
They set up the train.
Yeah.
You can ride the little train with you can't. Your kids can ride the little train around the parking lot of Roberta Bondar Pavilion.
Yes.
And you learn about train safety while you're doing it. See, this is how they make it fun and educational.
Exactly.
And It's Obi the train. That's the train's name. Electrical awareness. That's all about like powers and
Yeah.
not touching cords and plugs and wetness and wires and stuff.
Exactly.
Algoma Public Health. What are you covering when you're there?
Well, me and some of my colleagues, we've got a couple of different tables and information set up. So we will be talking about sun safety, the importance of covering up when you go out in the sun.
Wear your hat.
Exactly.
Slip, slop, and slide. Put on your sunscreen.
And, you know,
slip on a t-shirt.
Yeah.
Slap on some sunscreen. Slip on a hat and something else.
And talking about the built environment, the importance of shade and having shade in our parks and everything like that.
That's the whole. See?
Yeah.
Good. I forgot about that part. That's interesting. Creating shade.
Yeah. So all the different aspects of health, there's things that we can do, but then also things often in our environment that we can consider.
And in the past, I think with the summer safety stuff, the kids have been able to make sunglasses with cutouts and
Yeah,
coloring
they'll
stuff.
have different
and there's arts and
interactive
crafts and
stuff. Yep.
Yeah. And then, what else?
Helmet safety
Helmet
and a little
safety.
bit about concussions as well, and the importance of wearing the helmet when you're out biking, rollerblading.
They'll actually teach you, if you bring your helmet, they'll teach you how to, the proper space for how many fingers under the thing. And
Yeah,
how
we
much-
have an easy bookmark that the kids and parents can get or caregivers can get that shows them how to properly make sure that their helmet's fitting them correctly.
And then you also do car seats.
We're doing a car seat clinic. So my colleague Lily and I will be there, and we will be doing a car seat clinic by drop-in. We'll be starting at noon. So if you have a car seat or booster seat that you want to get checked or just have questions.
I mean, have you seen some? You've seen them. Some
I've
of those
seen
things
them.
are might look a little uncomplicated. Maybe a little, yes? So-
They're extremely
So it's
complicated.
great to have somebody to come and teach you exactly how this works because if you don't do it properly, you're not getting the benefits and the safety benefits, right? You got to do it right.
Exactly, and
So you've got to teach
statistics
them
are
that.
showing us that most of the car seats are not installed correctly.
Concussion
Sorry.
awareness is a huge issue right now, and you guys talk about that too. If you have a child that's been playing and has had a bump their head, the signs of concussion, what to do to make sure all the safety stuff around that.
Yes.
The Bush Plane's going to be there, Bush Plane Museum.
Yeah.
They do preventing forest fire stuff because you go camping and they want the kids to know about the dangers of lighting fires and camping safety. Let's see what else. Railroad crossing safety, yes. The school bus is there.
Yep, school bus.
Have you thought about this? Your child is going to go away to school for the first time in September and maybe has never ridden a school bus before, doesn't know what it's going to be like. So now they get a chance to learn about what it's like to ride a bus, the do's and don'ts, bus safety when you're a child riding a bus. That's brilliant.
Yeah.
Amazing fun face painting and inflatables and a
Inflatables.
jumping tent. Swim and water safety from John Rhodes Arena is going to be
Yeah.
there. Nog de Windeman Nog de Windeman Family Services. That's about child abuse prevention. We're going to have there's always a balloon artist who sits there right in front of me and makes all these balloon animals. Fireworks safety from Fat Boy Fireworks. They're going to be there.
It's timely.
I know, and I think they also give like discounts and stuff from Fat Boy when you go
Oh.
by. We already talked about bicycle. Science North is going to be there with a chemistry safety display. They come all the way from Sudbury and set up at the Kids Summer Safety Festival. Search and rescue, bike registration. The police are there.
Yes.
To get you to register your bikes.
Yeah.
And Treetop Adventures. I think this is the first year for them. I might be wrong, but it's about safety equipment and how to stay safe. And the YMCA, my friend Carly Smith from YGAP, which is Youth Gambling Awareness Program, they're going to be there talking about the possible dangers, reductions of harm in gaming. And there's been a new thing, have you read? The World Health Organization has now declared
I saw that. I did.
that video gaming can actually be considered a mental disorder.
I did see that. It's,
Because of the addiction.
yeah.
Wild.
You don't forget about the fire truck. Kids love fire trucks.
They do love fire
Yeah.
trucks, and actually the firefighters are a huge part of who puts this together
Huge part.
with Deanna Rector from Safe Communities Partnership.
Yeah, they're part of the planning committee.
They are part of the planning committee, and they're there.
We can't forget that.
Kids can climb on the fire trucks. So this is all happening Sunday,
Sunday, noon to 3.
noon to 3, Roberta Bonner Pavilion, and
Yes, and prizes. Don't forget about the prizes.
you guys, when you go around, you bring your kids to all these different tables and you get a passport stamped, and once your
Yep.
passport's stamped, you submit it as a ballot and you can win bicycles. They have
Yeah.
great bicycles.
Well, I can tell.
What do you want? You got the prizes, Jen?
Yeah, there are tons of prizes. Over 30 booths. We all bring.
You bring giveaways and stuff,
We
don't
bring
you?
giveaways.
Everybody that participates.
20 safety baskets. That's what it was.
20 safety
Plus
baskets
more.
plus
And
more, and the
free
bicycles.
on
And
top.
all of this is completely free, and there's the concessions open. There'll be some food available.
Yeah,
and
food available if you
beverages,
need
there's
to eat.
water. Actually, last year, somebody was there, I forget who it was, and they gave away free beverages. You could go get
Oh, yeah?
like a slushie or something.
Oh.
Yeah, it was great. I wonder if they'll be back. And water. Anyway, so don't tell me once again there's nothing to do in Sault Ste. Marie, and this is free. So bring your kids down to the Roberta Bondo Pavilion and see me. I'll be on stage. See Jen. She'll be out there doing demonstrations at the APH table. Thank you for your time.
Thanks, Tim.
Have a happy Friday.
Happy Friday,
Great
too.
Saturday, and I'll see you Sunday. And we'll
Sounds
see
like a
you
plan.
Sunday at the Roberta Bondar Pavilion for the Kids Summer Safety Festival. We'll be right back with more Mornings with Luann and Tim after this brief message.
Local media outlets are reporting a plane crash around 6:30 last evening near a remote island in Whitefish Bay. With few details available, police and Transportation Safety Board officials say the Piper PA-18 Super Cub, it's a two-seat single-engine monoplane, had 2 people on board with no reports of injuries. Sioux OPP said there were no fatalities and the plane is believed to be registered with a Sioux pilot. Robinson-Huron Treaty beneficiaries are hoping for a positive decision after final arguments wrap up today in the court case. The RHT annuity case has been in court since September 2017. 21 Anishinaabe communities with annuitants under the RHT took the federal and the provincial governments to court to uphold the augmentation clause contained in the 1850 treaty. Beneficiaries have not received an increase to the $4 annuity since 1874. RHT Trust spokesperson Batchewana Chief Dean Sayers says they're looking forward to a beneficial decision. The treaty includes 35,700 square miles on the north shore of Huron and 16,700 square miles north of Lake Superior. Toronto police say a raid yesterday focused on members of the 5 Point Generals and resulted in the arrests of 70 people. Chief Mark Saunders says the street gang is responsible for numerous shootings in the city.
As the investigation progressed, it became apparent that this group had been involved in numerous violent offenses involving firearms, and further, that they were active in the sale and distribution of illegal narcotics. Over the course of 9 months, investigators gathered evidence on dozens of individuals affiliated to the 5 Point Generals, who we will allege were operating as a highly coordinated criminal organization. Those efforts accumulated early this morning in the execution of numerous search warrants and arrest warrants throughout the GTA. I can advise you that Project Patton has resulted in the arrests of 70 individuals and seizure of a significant number of firearms and large quantities of narcotics.
Sioux Area Hospital held their annual general meeting yesterday in the Orazetti Auditorium. Not only was this a meeting that boasted great numbers for the hospital, it also took time to recognize the contributions from staff with 4 awards. The hospital was pleased to announce their operating margin total. Their target over the course of 2017-18 was $500,000, which was beaten as they turned a surplus of $800,000. This total also surpasses their total surplus from the last AGM, which was $266,622.
I got no audio. Welcome back.
We think.
We're sitting in the studio going, what's happening?
Where are we?
Luann, I'm
What?
telling you, your virus has infected everything in the studio.
That was the plan.
We're not hearing things, we're not seeing things, cameras are jumping, Skype is going all
we're
over the
just
place.
all over the
It's
place.
live.
It's live television, and that's what makes it so much fun, right?
Oh, is this fun?
Yes, it is.
I didn't realize.
Yes, you know what?
What?
I'm here to remind you how much fun you're having.
Jennifer Flood just told me how much Melania paid for her jacket.
Yeah.
Like $33 at H&M.
You know what? Bad
Oh,
choice.
but no,
honey.
it was. She was wearing it to make a statement about the fake press.
Right.
She bought a jacket at H&M and she wore it at the wrong time. That's what it was.
Totally, and
Yeah.
he gets on Twitter and says, "Yeah, she's discovered. She's now has determined that the media is fake news, so that's why she would."
Anyway, $33 at H&M. Yeah. So,
Melania.
Monique and Sean.
Monique and Sean are having so much
If
fun.
you don't know what's been going on, Sergeant Monique Baker from the OPP and Constable Sean Beaulieu from the Sault Ste. Marie Police Services have taken it upon themselves to run across Northern Ontario.
Why?
They started
Why?
in Wawa and they have gone all the way, I can't believe, Wawa to Parry
Yeah.
Sound. That is such a... Anyway, now I guess they've made it to the swing bridge in Little Current.
In Little Current. That's
And
my
they're-
neighborhood.
That's your Espanoodle.
Yes, Espanoodle.
And they are running back to the Sioux in time for the bridge walk, which is tomorrow, 7 a.m. at the Marconi. Get on the bus, go across the river, and then walk back over the bridge. And it's being led by first responders and the police from both sides, American and Canadian, are doing the torch pass for the Winter Olympics, which we are hosting in Sault Ste. Marie, Ontario. The 2019 Winter Special Olympics, right here in Sault Ste. Marie. Yes.
And they've also been carrying the torch.
With them the
Like,
whole way.
as if the run wasn't enough, just to raise awareness about, Special Olympics and stuff, they're carrying the torch as well.
So we have some pictures, I think. Do we, Mike, have some
Yes.
pictures of where they ended up?
Oh, look at
That's Sean Beaulieu. No,
Sean's
with his
Sean's
puppy
a
dog
little-
eyes.
He's feeling a little dogged.
I don't know why that dog is there, but it's beautiful. Look at the color of the eyes. Okay, what's next? Go, friends, go.
Mark Stay. Isn't that awesome?
What is this called?
Mark Stay.
I've never
It's
been
a little
there.
tiny village just outside of Sudbury.
You know this because you're
Yes,
from there. I've never
yes,
heard of Mark
yeah.
Stay.
Yes, it's a beautiful little community.
Oh, more
Mark
people.
Stay.
They're all showing up to
I
cheer
love
them
how
on.
they're all, like, everybody's wearing the uniform.
And are those
right?
the Special
The
Olympics
shirt?
t-shirts?
I think they must be.
Yeah, see, once again, not wearing the glasses, can't see that far.
No, me neither.
Okay, what's next there? Well, there's Sean. Is that Sean?
No.
No. Just another person from where? Mark Stay still? Look at how pretty. Look, Mark Stay looks nice. There's a little patio there.
Oh, it's gorgeous.
Is
It's
it?
a beautiful little
I'm
town.
gonna have to check it out.
Yeah.
How do you get there?
You just go past through Sudbury and then maybe 5 minutes, 6 minutes out of town.
Really?
You take a left off Highway 17 and
Okay.
voila, Mark Stay it is.
And
It's pretty. Noelville.
look at the turnout they had in Noelville.
Isn't that awesome? You know what?
What?
In grade 8, you know how kids go on school trips?
Yeah.
Like to, I don't know, Italy? I went to the Noelville Zoo. So I know Noelville, baby.
Oh, there they are. Look,
Oh,
that's a
that's
great
awesome.
picture.
Isn't that good?
They got the torch behind them. So they run behind a police car.
Yes.
That's good. That keeps
yes.
them safe.
Yes, absolutely. And I think there's some folks also following behind them to keep
Like
them
a
safe.
parade.
Yes, isn't that awesome?
Is that what is that over the heads of? Is that a bridge thing over their heads?
I don't know.
See,
yeah,
it is.
looks
There's
like
a-
it.
I
Like
wonder
a
what that
railroad
is.
thing, maybe.
Crossing
a
over.
railroad thing.
A railroad thingy.
That's official.
Is that the last picture? That's a
the
good
last
picture.
one. It
They're
is.
probably
That's
going to want to
awesome.
use that one.
Yeah, I think so. We're going to check in with them. We're going to try and check in.
We're hoping.
As Tim was saying, we're going to try and check in nearer to the end of the show.
We're going to do a live feed.
And we're going to do a live feed
That's going to
from
be,
Little Current.
That's pretty brave of us, considering it's a messed up Friday.
It's a messed
Everything's
up
been
Friday.
going wrong. But now we're going to go to a commercial, and then
Yes.
we're going to come back. And
Your favorite time of the week.
today, it's Kitty Cat Day.
Oh, really?
She brought in kitty cats from the Humane Society. Wait until you see these 3 little baby kitties.
3?
3! And
Oh my gosh.
There were 5 in the litter. She brought 3 of them in. And she's got some great stories about both the mother of the cats and stuff.
Oh, awesome. Okay, looking
so
forward.
Stay with us. We'll be back.
On Mornings with Luann and Tim.
Welcome back to Mornings with Luann and Tim, and joining me in the studio is Jenn Flood. Hello, Jen.
Hi, Tim.
It's nice to see you again.
Nice to see you as well.
It's a beautiful day out there, isn't it?
Yes.
And it's going to be a beautiful weekend.
Yes.
And it's a great weekend for the Kids Summer Safety Festival.
That's right.
You know what? I think I've emceed this thing for about 3 years now, and every year the weather's been fabulous on that particular Sunday. So let's cross our fingers that it is again.
So far, have you checked?
No, I haven't. But Craig, our weatherman, let us know what the weather's gonna be like on Sunday. This is the 13th year. Now that I didn't know. I didn't realize it had been going on that long.
Yeah.
That's fantastic. And it's all about, the thing about the Kids Summer Safety Festival that I love, Jen, is that it's so interactive, that all of the people who are there, all of the sponsors and all the people who have the vendors and display, people on display, the agencies that are on display, the community partners, what they've done is they've designed these installations where the kids, it's interactive, they have fun while learning.
Yes, so and free admission.
The
for
entire
everybody.
thing is free?
Yeah.
I didn't realize, I think I'd forgotten that too.
Free admission.
So if you're looking for something to do with your kids on Sunday. From noon till 3, Roberta Bonder Pavilion is the place to be. Before we get to the festival itself, I want to just talk a little bit about, I said before the break, about built environment.
Yes.
Because this is something that you work in now at Algoma Public Health, an area that you're working in that I think is really kind of cool and that I don't think a lot of people realize. It's about basically city planning almost, isn't it?
It absolutely is. Yeah, planning our cities so that they're walkable, bikeable, active transportation. So it not only improves the environment and health of our city, but also helps to improve the health of our citizens.
Citizens.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So, for instance, part of a built environment, the hub trail is a perfect example of a built environment where you're creating a way of transportation that also encourages physical activity.
Exactly.
And, pardon me, and also a little bit of history, a little bit of education, because I understand along the hub trail they've now got these spots where you can stop and you can read about the flora and fauna, or you can also read about certain landmarks. Is that true?
Yeah, and that's why they're all named. All the sections are named as well, so after key figures. So.
Oh.
And we also, just a little plug, on July 1st, if people are around and looking for something to do, we have our annual Hub Trail Festival.
Oh, this is the one where you start and then you end up at the pavilion and you get, are there prizes? I think there's prizes.
Yes, you get passport, you get them stamped along the way. Our table, my colleague and I will be at the bottom of Finn Hills.
Who's that? Who's your colleague? Is it Tracy?
Tracy.
Tracy McClellan.
Tracy McClellan.
Hi, Tracy, if you're watching.
Good morning.
Love you, miss you. You guys together are a dynamic duo, I'm sure.
We have some fun.
Great energy. So July the 1st then, where do you start, Jen, with the Hub Trail Walk on Canada Day? Where do they meet? Does everybody meet?
You know what?
What?
I'm not sure.
Well, we're going to find out and we'll get back to you. Well, you know what we're going to do? I'm going to have you back.
Start at Finn Hill. Come see Tracy and I first.
That's a great idea. And I'm going to make Tracy come on the show.
Oh.
And we'll promote that Canada Day walk closer to the date.
Okay.
So you walk the whole trail and then you end up back at the pavilion to celebrate Canada Day?
Well, you can walk, but that's a really, really long walk.
You ride.
You can walk, ride, run, roller skate, bike, whatever you want.
Whatever you want.
Yep, you can do some.
Just get yourself around there and then get back and celebrate Canada Day after you've been all revitalized from
That's right.
And the other nice thing to remember too is if you have an issue with maybe depression or anxiety, or just if you're having a rough day, 10 minutes of just light physical exercise, a walk outside, that can completely change your mood.
Yeah.
These are all holistic approaches to mental health and well-being, right?
Exactly.
No medicine, just get out there.
So much more. It's a good way to get out in nature, which just being out in nature has a good benefit, can benefit our health. Also promotes better sleep, reduces stress and anxiety, depression, all that kind of stuff.
And that's another reason why we encourage things with the bicycle lanes. That's another example of a built environment.
Yes,
right?
Exactly.
And just the idea of making your community a healthy community where people can, to give people a reason and a way to get outside.
Mic's out.
My mic is out. I don't know why that, my battery died. Jen, we're going to go to commercial and come back with my new batteries, and then we're going to talk directly about the Kids Summer Safety Festival. We'll be right back after this. Mornings with Luann and Tim and Jen. having all kinds of interesting technical. What you should have heard just her theme song. I think it's like.
It's Friday.
I think everything's got a cold. Luann, you have infected our computer system with your virus. Stay home.
You mentioned coughing and to
Yes.
wash your hands.
Yes. Always wash your hands.
That's right.
Well, the thing was, though, she coughed into her hand, and then she turned back and put her hand on the table, and I said, you just coughed into your hand. She said, yes, but I'm going to go put sanitizer on after I leave here. And I said, but in the meantime, you've touched the table. So until you can get to wash your hands. But
okay.
yes, wash your hands and use hand sanitizer. And when you wash your hands, by the way, I learned this from Jonathan Bouma. From Algoma Public Health. I did not realize a big part of getting rid of those germs is the friction.
Yep.
It's the friction, it's the rubbing that helps break down those germs.
And getting into all the
and
areas.
under your fingernails. Make sure you wash under your germs live under your fingernails like crazy. I learned all that hand. And you should also sing happy birthday twice. That's how long you should wash your hands for. Happy birthday to you. That's how long wash your hands for. Did you know that, Aaron? There you go. So anyway, see all the things you can learn when you hang out with people from Algoma Public Health, and not just you guys, at the Kids Summer Safety Festival. Listen to this. Algoma Model Engineering Society.
Yeah.
They set up the train.
Yeah.
You can ride the little train with your, well, you can't. Your kids can ride the little train around the parking lot of Roberta Bondar Pavilion.
Yes.
And you learn about train safety while you're doing it. See, this is how they make it fun and educational.
Exactly.
And it's Obi the train. That's the train's name. Electrical awareness, that's all about like powers and
Yeah.
not touching cords and plugs and wetness and wires and stuff.
Exactly.
Algoma Public Health, what are you covering when you're there?
Well, me and some of my colleagues, we've got a couple of different tables and information set up. So we will be talking about sun safety, the importance of covering up when you go out in the sun.
Wear your hat,
Exactly.
slip, slop, and slide. Put on your sunscreen,
and, you know,
slip on a t-shirt,
Yeah.
slap on some sunscreen, slip on a hat, and something else.
And talking about the built environment, the importance of shade and having shade in our parks and everything like that.
That's the whole. See?
Yeah.
I forgot about that part. That's interesting. Creating shade.
Yeah. So all the different aspects of health, there's things that we can do, but then also things often in our environment that we can consider.
And in the past, I think with the summer safety stuff, the kids have been able to make sunglasses with cutouts and
Yeah,
coloring
they'll
stuff.
have different
and there's arts and
interactive
crafts and
stuff. Yep.
Yeah. And then, what else?
Helmet safety,
Helmet
and a little
safety.
bit about concussions as well, and the importance of wearing the helmet when you're out biking, rollerblading.
They'll actually teach you, if you bring your helmet, they'll teach you how to, the proper space for how many fingers under the thing. And
Yeah,
how
we
much-
have an easy bookmark that the kids and parents can get, or caregivers can get, that shows them how to properly make sure that their helmet's fitting them correctly.
And then you also do car seats.
We're doing a car seat clinic. So my colleague Lily and I will be there, and we will be doing a car seat clinic by drop-in. We'll be starting at noon. So if you have a car seat or booster seat that you want to get checked or just have questions.
I mean, have you seen some? You've seen them. Some
I've
of those
seen
things
them.
might look a little uncomplicated. Maybe a little, yes? So-
They're extremely
So
complicated.
it's great to have somebody to come and teach you exactly how this works because if you don't do it properly, you're not getting the benefits and the safety benefits, right? You got to do it right.
Exactly, and
So you've got to teach
statistics
them
are
that.
showing us that most of the car seats are not installed correctly.
Concussion
Sorry.
awareness is a huge issue right now, and you guys talk about that too. If you have a child that's been playing and has had a bump their head, the signs of concussion, what to do to make sure, all the safety stuff around that.
Yes.
The bush plane's going to be there, Bush Plane Museum.
Yeah.
They do preventing forest fire stuff because you go camping and they want the kids to know about the dangers of lighting fires and camping safety. Let's see what else. Railroad crossing safety, yes. The school bus is there.
Yep, school bus.
Have you thought about this? Your child is going to go away to school for the first time in September and maybe has never ridden a school bus before, doesn't know what it's going to be like. So now they get a chance to learn about what it's like to ride a bus, the do's and don'ts, Bus safety when you're a child riding a bus. That's brilliant.
Yeah.
Amazing fun face painting and inflatables and a jumping tent. Swim and water safety from John Rhodes Arena is going to be there. Nog de Windeman Nog de Windeman Family Services. That's about child abuse prevention. We're going to have there's always a balloon artist who sits there right in front of me and makes all these balloon animals. Fireworks safety from Fat Boy Fireworks. They're going to be there.
It's timely.
I know, and I think they also give like discounts and stuff from Fat Boy when you go by. We already talked about Science North is going to be there with a chemistry safety display. They come all the way from Sudbury and set up at the Kids Summer Safety Festival. Search and Rescue, bike registration. The police are there to get you to register your bikes.
Yeah.
And Treetop Adventures. I think this is the first year for them. I might be wrong, but it's about safety equipment and how to stay safe. And the YMCA, my friend Carly Smith from YGAP, which is Youth Gambling Awareness Program, they're going to be there talking about the possible dangers, reductions of harm in gaming. And there's been a new thing, have you read? The World Health Organization has now declared...
I saw that. I did.
...that video gaming can actually be considered a mental disorder.
I did see that. It's...
Because of the addiction.
Yeah.
Wild.
You don't forget about the fire truck. Kids love fire trucks.
They do love fire trucks, and actually the firefighters are a huge part of who puts this together with Deanna Rector from Safe Communities Partnership.
Yeah, they're part of the planning committee.
They are part of the planning committee, and they're there.
You can't forget that.
Kids can climb on the fire trucks. So this is all happening Sunday.
Sunday, noon to 3.
Noon to 3, Roberta Bonder Pavilion, and...
Yes. And prizes. Don't forget about the prizes.
You guys, when you go around, you bring your kids to all these different tables and you get a passport stamped, and once your passport's stamped, you submit it as a ballot and you can win bicycles. They have great bicycles.
Well, I can tell.
What do you want? You got the prizes, Jen?
Yeah, there are tons of prizes. Over 30 booths. We all bring...
You bring giveaways and stuff, don't you?
We bring giveaways.
Everybody that participates...
20 safety baskets, that's what it was.
20 safety baskets plus more, and the bicycles. And all of this is completely free, and there's the concessions open, there'll be some food available.
Yeah, food available if you need
there's
to eat.
water. Actually, last year, somebody was there, I forget who it was, and they gave away free beverages. You could go get like a slushie or something.
Oh.
Yeah, it was great. I wonder if they'll be back. And water. Anyway, so... Don't tell me once again there's nothing to do in Sault Ste. Marie, and this is free, so bring your kids down to the Roberta Bonder Pavilion and see me. I'll be on stage. See Jen. She'll be out there doing demonstrations at the APH table. Thank you for your time.
Thanks, Tim.
Have a happy Friday.
Happy Friday,
Great
too.
Saturday, and I'll see you Sunday. And we'll see you Sunday at the Roberta Bonder Pavilion for the Kids Summer Safety Festival. We'll be right back with more Mornings with Luann and Tim after this brief message.
Welcome back to Mornings on TV with Luann and Tim. The cats are gone.
The cats are gone. I hope someone does go down. She said they have so many cats down there.
Really?
Yes, and they just had a new litter a while ago that aren't up for adoption yet. So really, we just need to get these pets adopted.
Now, I don't know a lot about animals. You asked her about when cats are able to be adopted. I didn't hear her answer. Like, is there a time?
Weeks.
Oh, 8 weeks.
They have to be off the mother's teat.
Oh, I see.
And yes, so they have to be weaned off the breast milk or from the teat.
Right.
And then once they are good, and they have to have their immune system has to be strong enough as well.
Oh, okay.
So then they have to get because they can't get their shots until their immune system is strong enough, and you can't adopt a pet until it's had its vaccinations.
Okay.
So you can't give a little baby kitten any kind of vaccine because it's too young. It's
too small.
It's too small. So
what happens if a cat's separated from his mom or her mom? And it's like they're 3 weeks old.
For instance,
because you hear that,
my
right?
dog Tuffy, for instance,
Yes.
my little Yorkie poo, he was 4 weeks old, and the mother of that litter stopped giving the teat to the dogs. She did not want her dogs, and at the same time, the poor owner had a relative who was very sick with cancer, and so she couldn't be home with these puppies that weren't getting fed. So I took Tuffy, and at 4 weeks old, he had no teeth yet.
Oh my!
And he barely would just walk around. He'd fall over and stuff. He couldn't do stairs. He couldn't jump up. So I had to feed him with a dropper.
Oh,
and you
really?
can get there's supplements you can get from the pet stores and stuff and from vets.
Good.
So it's a supplement that gives them the nutrients they need that they would normally get from the breast milk. And I think there might have been some milk stuff as well. I can't. It's been so long. Tuffy's 10 now. I can't
Oh my
believe.
gosh, isn't that amazing?
Yeah, so
and they
you-
must really identify you.
Well,
with
that
you,
really
right? Tuffy must be your little pooch.
He is, because he remembers me as being. I was more prevalent in his little puppy life than his mother
Right.
was.
Yeah.
So, yeah. It's
Well,
really,
I wonder what was wrong with Mom. Maybe she was stressed.
Well, you know what? So, I don't know. Some don't like to breastfeed. I don't know what it is.
Yeah.
I mean, and who knows what goes on in a dog's mind, really?
No kidding.
Okay, so I think
Hard
we're
to
ready
tell.
to check in with our friends, Monique and Sean. Monique from the OPP and Sean from Sault Ste. Marie Police Services, who are live. Oh, there they are.
Good morning, guys.
Hi, guys. I don't know if you can hear me or not, but we're live in the studio, and you're live at Little Current
The
and
swing bridge.
at the Swing Bridge.
So are you two swingers this morning?
Can they hear? I don't think they can hear us. Well, can you tell them to talk? Can they see? They can't see us, obviously, because
No.
we're just Skyping. So they're on Manitoulin Island.
And they look like they're surviving the run okay, don't
Yes,
they? They're still
I can hear the
standing.
wind.
Yeah, they're still standing and, you know.
They're going to be running.
They're still together so that they're still friends, it
That
looks
was it.
like.
That was our live
that's-
coverage.
So that was our live coverage. So they're just anticipating their day today, just like we are. And they're making their way back.
I'm a ventriloquist. We should go back to that shot and I'll talk for them, and you'll never know it was me. They're waving.
Absolutely. They're
Show
waving.
them waving.
Well, let's see them waving.
So they
then.
got to run. Okay, there. Oh, she's talking
Hi.
now.
Good morning, Tim.
There they go.
Good morning.
Good morning. Okay, I'll talk.
Hi, I'm Monique Baker. I am a sergeant for the OPP. And
Okay, we're coming back because we can't hear them apparently. You know what? They're doing a great job. We
They
really
are.
appreciate all the effort that they're putting in, and the team that's around them. Because I think we've talked about the two of them so much this week, and they certainly deserve us to talk about them. But they have a big team behind them. So thanks to everybody for that.
So go and visit Monique and Sean tomorrow at the Bridge Walk and tell them how much we appreciate them running across Northern Ontario for the Special Olympics. The Bridge Walk starts tomorrow morning. If you want to get involved, go down to the Marconi.
Yeah, 7 o'clock.
The Marconi Cultural Center. Rosetta will be there. I think she's got some biscotti and cappuccino. Get on the bus, go across the river, walk back, and see all these great law enforcement officers who are there to support the Special Olympics, and also for 32 years going strong.
Yes.
Showing the camaraderie between our two twin cities, Sault Ste. Marie, Michigan, and Sault Ste. Marie, Ontario.
Absolutely. Enjoy your weekend. Thanks so much for staying with us this morning. Appreciate it. Tim, have an awesome weekend.
I
my friend.
will, and I'll see you all at the Kids Summer Safety Festival
Yes.
at Rhododendron Pavilion on Sunday at noon. For now, that's it for Luann and Tim. Have a great weekend, and we'll see you Monday.
Bye.